Let's begin our service this evening by just praying, doing invocation prayer, just an opening prayer, just to set our heart, set our mind, to get everything in order in our spirit. As we just offer this prayer up to God, we know that God is going to do something great and wonderful in our life this evening, because we didn't come here for form or fashion this evening, but we come believing God for a supernatural turnaround.
That the spirit of the rat attacks begin to speak, which means that as the man approached Jesus, the demon began to speak. All of a sudden, the man's voice was shut down, but the devil began to speak. Haven't there been vision ball up in your spirit that you are about to accomplish, but your voice was shut down? Haven't there been places you've been going and you were well on your journey, God, but your path has been blocked? Haven't there been situations that came upon you that it seemed that things was out of control? The Bible tells us that the devil approached, or the demons that was in the man approached Jesus. And it's so interesting because if you hear when he began to speak, he began to speak as if he was reverencing God. He was honoring God. He began to speak as if he respected who Jesus was, as if he respected the deity and humanity that was wrapped up in one package. You got to be careful when the enemy approaches you, because the enemy may speak in a way that might throw you off course. Because when he began to speak, he seemed to show high respect and high honor for Jesus. He even called him by his name. He even called him by his office. But the only reason he did that, if you kept reading the text, was because he didn't want Jesus to cast him out. See, the devil don't want to be cast out. In fact, the text told us that he bowed, or that he prostrated himself. Every worship or every form of worship is not worship. Every prostrate is not prostrate. Sometimes the devil is just manipulating his way to get you off guard. Sometimes the devil is just coming his way to get you to open a door that he will walk in. Every package that's dressed up is not Jesus. They may be saying Jesus, but it don't necessarily mean Jesus. The Bible said that the man, after with such an eloquent introduction, the man went on to say, or the demon went on to say through the man, do not cast me out. There are some things that are holding you bondage, that are holding the people of God bondage. And every time you try to make a step forward, the devil pushes you back. Every time you make a shift to the right, the devil pushes you back to the left. Every time you start to go up, the enemy tries to pull you down. And no matter what you do, it seems like your will is out of control. But I'm so glad that Jesus saw beyond the physical man. I'm so glad that Jesus saw beyond the man who was filled with demons. But he approached right away. He addressed the demon. But as Jesus began to address the demon, The demon began to say, I just don't want you to cast me out. See, the devil realized, and the fallen angels, which are now the demons, demonic spirit, they realized that they got to operate through a body. So they are made up in their mind that they don't want to be cast out. And it's up to you and I to take on a desperation where we want the devil to loose everything belonging to us. It's up to you and I to realize that Jesus has the power, that in and of yourself you cannot shake off the devil's chain. You cannot shake off the devil's stronghold. See, if you read that text a little prior to where we are right now, the Bible tells us that this man was untamed, that no matter what they did, they couldn't keep these demons under control. No matter what you do, sometimes there are some strongholds in your life that you can't seem to keep under control. I don't know if it's in your health. I don't know if it's in your finance. Perhaps it's in your home. Perhaps it's in your career. Perhaps it's in your gifting. Perhaps it's in your purpose. But wherever the strong man lies, the devil tries not only to keep you as an outcast, but the devil tries to keep you in bondage. Even as we studied the text, we found out that this man, that his abode was in caves and in tombs. The tomb is where the dead is. The devil want to put you in a place as if you are dead already. Even though you are physically alive, the devil want to kill your vision. He want to kill your dream. He want to kill your destiny. He want to kill your blessing. He want to kill your healing. The Bible said that the devil come but the thief, to kill and destroy. But I know a man who came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. The Bible said that the man, no matter how they tried to team him up, they would use the feather which are claps to keep his hands together. They would use the change to chain his feet together. But instantly, this man who was spiritually bound would have the power of hundreds of men, and there was no level of change, there was no level of caps, there was no level of feathers that was able to bound him. There are some demons in your life, but there is no level of human or carnal God things that is able to stop the strong man in your life. No matter what you try to do from an intellectual point, it just doesn't stop him. No matter what you try to do from a historical point, don't care how much history you gather, that devil still won't stop. No matter how much science you gather, our God, that devil still won't stop. Our God, philosophers can't stop him. Theologians, without the Spirit of God, can't stop him. Historians can't stop him. Physicians can't stop him. It doesn't matter what you do. You can have an accountant with a CPA, and your finance can't get under control. No matter what you do, you can have a doctor with all expertise, but somehow your body still won't be healed. I keep by to let you know that the man in the text, he was bound be so strong and so aggressive in the natural. Sometimes the devil, our God, called you to appear to have all the strength in the world. Our God, but in the spirit, the enemy is tormenting you to your very soul. No matter how you try. The Bible said in the text that this man became an endangerment to himself. Have you ever became an endangerment to yourself? God, sometimes the mind battle gets so strong that you endanger your own health. Our God, stress begin to work its way through our minds and inevitably through our bodies. Our God, and we become an endanger to our own life. No matter how we try in our finance, our God, we try one thing after the next, relationship after relationship, and we become an endangerment to ourselves. Our God, the devil will try to bind up the saints of God into a place where they can't, our God, loose themselves. The Bible said that this man was not just an outcast. Our God was not just an endangerment to himself. And inevitably, he had become an endangerment to society. He had become an endangerment to everything but the devil. Because the devil had bound him in such a way. But I heard that there was a man that was about to land in this place. I called Gathering. And this man's name was Jesus. Our God. And as Jesus, as he entered, I believe the man was in his right mind, like the woman with the issue of blood, when he sought out to find Jesus. But when he opened up his mouth and he wanted to reach out for his healing, I believe that's when the demon and the stronghold that had kept this man bound began to speak, but the man could not even speak. The Bible said that the demons, our God, that beckoned Jesus, recognizing who he was, not to cast them out, but say, no, no, no. Say, devil, you coming out. Say, devil, you coming out tonight. Say, devil, you coming out tonight. Oh, God. He could have here. And as the demons begin to speak, Jesus began to speak. And as Jesus began to cast out the devil, that's what she was saying. She was saying,